if you feel like you have a lot of distractions on your path right now or in your life, you have to realize why you're going through what you're going through, okay? Try to understand why it is that you're going through it or why God's putting you through it. A lot of distractions are happening for your highest good. This could have came in the form of someone trying to keep you stuck, but ultimately the whole reason why it's happening is because you're about to be booked and busy, have a lot more on your plate, and God needs to make sure that you can handle it, that you can handle the small dilemmas and overcome the small obstacles so that He can put much larger blessings upon your path. And with larger blessings, right, comes larger obstacles. So that's exactly what it comes down to. You needing just to be grateful for everything in between, and most importantly, realizing that there's about to be a lot more that you're going to go through. And you got to be prepared for those obstacles. So, yep, they dated behind your back. For some of you, you could have realized that someone you were seeing, involved with, or dating was involved with another person behind your back. This person could have tried to block communication between you and another individual. Before your biggest blessings, you will be faced with the biggest heartbreaks, the biggest loss, the biggest betrayals, because that means that you can heal and overcome to receive more in life. So you got to know that everything you're going through is happening for your own good, for your highest good, and also because you have an obstacle of awakening other people's subconscious. So that in turn leads by you walking away, by you being the bigger person, by you being able to forgive. Some of you have been put in an obstacle of having to forgive someone you really loved and cared about, even though it could feel next to impossible to do so. So you need to understand that this is all happening for you to be able to forgive not only yourself for not seeing the red flags, but someone else for choosing themselves over you or your connection. This is all motivation. Look at that. When spring approaches, you're being urged to spring into action. So basically what that in turn means, when obstacles come upon your path, you're being forced to push yourself into some type of higher motivation. You know, sometimes that good old flight or fright mode, or until things really change and get shaken up in your life, sometimes people are afraid to change themselves, to change their surroundings, to change their path for the betterment. And that's why forced endings in life have to happen sometimes by the universe, by God, because in turn that leads to you being so uncomfortable or having no choice but to make a big change in your life. So that means sometimes in the way of you feeling as though you're being misunderstood, misjudged, not getting what you need out of a relationship, out of a career path, out of a friendship, being made so uncomfortable that you feel as though you need change. You need to walk away from things. You need to change your perspective. You need to change how much effort you put into things. And that's it. So believe in magic. Absolutely beautiful. Open your eyes and see that magic is all around you. The fairy of the northern lights say you are a part of nature, so you are magical too. And fairy spotting, so a lot of you need to know that you're about to have a one in a lifetime occurrence happen. This could be in the form of you having some type of situation where you are faced with a real life angel. Okay, yes, they do exist. Higher dimensional spiritual beings. Some of you, I'm sure, can speak upon experience. So drop in the comments if you resonate. Have you ever lost someone and then all of a sudden you've seen someone who looks exactly like them, their doppelganger, or they visit you in a dream? Or for others of you, you could just have a real life experience with an angelic presence or being that is not someone you know. And you can always tell in their energy. They'll always come in, be thoughtful, be helpful, with some type of sound, fantastic, might I add, advice, and then they'll leave your life. Have you ever had a one-off magical occurrence like that? Because if so, this is definitely your message. And if you haven't, get prepared, because you're going to, and you'll be able to remember what I'm saying right now at that exact moment. So yeah, seeing is believing. And all of this had to do with your transformation for your highest good, because there's a lot more things you're meant to achieve on this earth. And a lot of you were holding yourselves back based on a fear of feeling too comfortable in a situation. So that can occur as well, where you get comfortable with thinking that's it, that's all there is. When in reality, Seven of Wands here, you have so many more passions, dreams, things on your bucket list that you want to fulfill. So some of you could feel as though you're in a position where you're constantly just going through the motions, working a 9-to-5 job Monday to Friday, coming home, spending time with the family, going to sleep, doing it all over again. Sometimes, you know, major switch ups have to happen in order for us to be able to create the change. And this is exactly what's happening. So some type of hard truth or betrayal has happened to you or is about to happen. Some of you could be going through a divorce or a separation from someone you loved. And the whole reason why that had to happen is because this person was trying to keep you stuck. Keeping you stuck in a one-sided cycle or relationship that benefited them more than it did you. Or this could even have to do with your career. Being stuck in a position where the person you're working for, working beneath, benefits more off of you putting in so much extra work than you seeing the rewards back. A lot of you are being put in a position to apply for a new job, to start a new business, to start a new career path, to go back to school, to create the change in order for you to have more success in your life. So realize that while you're getting uncomfortable right now, all of this is happening for your highest good. Especially if you feel as though 8 of Coins, you've gone through some type of blocking when it comes to your finances. Like you feeling as though you're constantly working and you have no spare time to really enjoy life. This message is for you, okay? Switching it up so that you are working smarter in a sense, or making more so that you're not able to have to just work all these extra hours overtime, okay? And some of you may be feeling as though you love your job, you enjoy what you do, but you don't have the extra time to spend with your family, with your loved ones, or with your partner. Now, you could be someone right now who is overworking yourself and you feel as though that is why someone stepped out on you, because you were constantly working extra hours where it could have given someone time to be with another partner. If that's the case, the uncomfortable change is happening for you to wake up and see a higher perspective. Why is this happening to you? Because you are uncomfortable in a certain position in your life, but you are being made feel as though that's all there is. So for example, you know, sometimes you can really suppress your own dreams or who you're truly meant to be in the wrong environments. So the devil, okay? Something around you right now is toxic, whether that's a person or a situation. And the whole reason why God's trying to make you uncomfortable is to push you to strive for more in your life. So for example, if you're in an uncomfortable situation in your career, a relationship, living situation, anything like that, and you want more for yourself, God is putting you in this uncomfortable situation so that you create the change. Because at the end of the day, He can line up all the blessings, but unless we create the change for ourselves, things will always stay the same. So that's something you got to remember. Wow, beautiful. So 10 of Coins is here. Once you choose to make the right judgment choice in your own life, you're actually leading yourself to the 10 of Coins. A lot of you, this is a financial blessing, overcoming a financial hurdle. Some of you may be wanting to really work to position yourself in a higher place to be able to feel less stressed out day to day. You could be someone who always lives paycheck to paycheck and you've never been able to create financial momentum for yourself. Whatever struggle you're currently going through is leading you to your own success. So you just got to keep pushing through and keep moving forward. And also to try to look at it from a different perspective. When you allow yourself to see judgment in a different perspective, when you create the judgment in your own life through your own decisions and realizing where you could change to better for your future, that is what's going to create the success and the momentum in your life. So nothing but positive things to look forward to as long as you allow yourself to be the change that you need. Because you are the key player in your own life. But right now there is a key player in your life that is helping be the catalyst to this change. So some of you may have recently entered a new relationship where you see what it's like to be with a healthier partner who pushes you to your highest good. And for others of you, there is a key player in your life who made you realize that you were holding yourself back by accepting less than you deserve, by putting up for more than you deserve, or by putting yourself through a never-ending cycle. So whether you're going through an ending, a separation, at the top of the deck, the divorce card is here and the bye Felicia. Okay, so for some of you, peacing out, leaving and not caring. If you went through a relationship ending because you found out that someone you were loved or married to was dating someone else behind your back, the reason why God needed to put you in a state of very uncomfortability was for you to realize that you deserve better, to create the change for yourself, and to accept a more loving connection that you truly deserve. So you being the key player in your own life, you being able to choose to live life for your betterment, not necessarily the pleasing of others, because sometimes we can get so caught up in a cycle, right? You were in a cycle of loving someone else more than you loved yourself. So this is why this state of uncomfortability had to happen. And definitely some of you are going through a separation or an ending, possibly even court proceedings if you have children or custody with this person. But yeah, if that's the case and you had to file some type of paperwork in order to bring about a divorce or an ending, finalizing a home, maybe this is why you feel incredibly stuck, because you feel as though you have to start over. And especially that can be extremely stressful if you are at a later age in life, you're in your late 30s, 40s, right? You expected this to be someone you were with long term, only to find out the connection did not work. Realize why this is happening. It's happening for your highest good. And also too, because sometimes God can see and hear conversations that we cannot. So the devil is here. And you need to know that at the end of the day, this person could have been more toxic about you or behind your back than even you knew or realized. So lipstick evidence is here. Infidelity, caught cheating, and betrayal. So yeah, a lot of you are finding out that someone you were involved with or married to was dating someone else behind your back. This could have been them being involved with a coworker of theirs or someone that you both knew. But however it resonates, this whole state of uncomfortability had to happen for you to realize that there's someone more better suited out there for you. You could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius watching this, whether you're feminine or masculine. This whole ending had to happen for you to see your worth, to see that you deserve someone who truly loves you for the amazing person that you are. So the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Y'all saw that flip out? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. That is infinite blessings. And more so than that, that is feeling as though your life turned around from a very stalemate to a very beautiful point. So you need to know you're about to reach the top of that mountain of success. And it's because you went through this betrayal, this uncomfortability in order to see that you truly deserve change. So 10 of coins could be here as well, because if you are going through a divorce or an ending, it could be incredibly stressful to have to split up assets, a home, a business, whatever this could be that you had with this person, or if you do have children with this person. But starting over is going to lead you back to having your own success, your own independence, and most importantly, more abundance than you could have dreamed of by being with this person. When you're with someone who is low vibrational or holding you back, it also holds you back in other areas of your life that people fail to realize. It can hold you back in your finances because you're constantly feeling drained and depleted by being with someone who isn't truly appreciating you. And strength is here. You need to know that you're being given the strength in order to overcome. Absolutely beautiful. The sun is there as well. So you could be a Leo. But yeah, you are overcoming all this difficulties so that you can move forward in strength. So if you are going through a divorce or a separation, realize that your job to this person was by you walking away from them to awaken their subconscious. This person could have thought that you were going to stick around through their betrayals, through their deceit, through them trying to play you, push your buttons. But God's watching over you. So God heard conversations or saw things that you did not, that he knew was not for your highest good. Confirmation. It says nope. So a lot of you need to realize as well, if you were put in a position where you felt as though you were always working or overgiving yourself to a relationship and this person was involved with another person behind your back, you needed to find out. So I just saw the message there. You are a truth teller. So you could have been incredibly honest with your partner or this person, whereas they were withholding truths from you. God is wiping away all the tears that you did cry, though. So you need to know that there is a lot of Holy Spirit resonation in this message, more so than usual, because if you are going through this, you could have also went through your own spiritual awakening, which led you in turn to finding out more about yourself, who you are, what your true life path is, and most importantly, to love yourself first and foremost. So you are being asked at this time to go outside, spend more time in nature, to reconnect with nature, to help heal your heart, and also just to raise your vibration. So whether that be just a walk in the sun, spending time, if you are someone who loves to go to the beach, or spending time in nature, some type of way. It is the summer too, so there's no excuses that the weather's not nice. 99% of places people live, the weather is nice right now, right? So go outside, spend time in nature, reconnect with yourself, and most importantly, God, because he's trying to guide you to a place of healing and a higher perspective, to realize that when you're able to fill up your own cup, that is when you're going to meet someone who overpours into your cup. And if you aren't awakening to the red flags around you, then you are setting yourself up to have less than you deserve in your life in the long run. And as well, maybe for some of you, if you do have a family with this person, you could have found yourself wanting to stay in a relationship to make it work for your kids, to show a good example. But at the end of the day, what is healthier is, if you do have children with this person, you are going through a divorce, them seeing you both be happy rather than trying to force it to work, whereas one person could be involved with another person behind said person's back. So music is here. Listen carefully. There's a message for you in music right now. So if you're hearing certain songs and you feel as though you're receiving a lot of goosebumps or a lot of good energy from a specific song, that is your spirit guides trying to connect with you, just to let you know that there is a message for you in music right now. So let me see if I can pull you an angel message to clarify. It says weight and lifting the veil. So there you go. This is the overall energy. It says anything unaligned must go. So it's time for you to question everything in your life, whether that be if you're on the right path, the motives and intentions of others around you, and most importantly, are you following your true wish fulfillment? Because life is too short to spend it living for anyone else. And the moment you realize there is lots of red flags around you, or someone is just not meeting you in the middle, or meeting your expectations, or a career isn't, it's time to forgive and let go. So wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. You need to realize, if you feel as though things still haven't gotten any better, it's going on behind the scenes. Things are in motion. Things are slowly coming to pass. Your manifestations are slowly coming into play, but nothing happens overnight. And until you go ahead and get that ball rolling and make the change, God is leading you on from the sidelines. So I'm going to leave that message there, but just know, if you are going through some type of separation or changes and it feels astronomical right now, it's all happening for your highest good, to lead you to a place of peace and true understanding of what you're meant to do and how you're meant to live your life, to fill up your cup, make yourself happy. So thanks for watching.